Before I came to Synergies, I had completed my college degree. I had gotten experience through multiple internships, and I had pursued work within different agencies and other companies. There was one company in particular who hired me for social media, but decided that my job role, or a lot of my time, would be spent actually cleaning shoes, which was, it was a nonprofit that provided shoes for people in need, but it was not within my job role. And I think one of the reasons for that was they didn't really presume competence. Even though I had the credentials and I had the experience, there was still that barrier of perception of what I could do, what I could accomplish, and how I could contribute. Now in my role with Synergies, not only do I get to use my talent and experience, but I get to share my story with other entrepreneurs, and we collaborate on different platforms and different modalities so that they get the benefit of my experience and they also get the benefit of community. That's what's most valuable for me.
In 2010, I was in a horrific car accident. And at the time, I really thought that my life was over. I was a real estate broker of 20 years, and I did not think that I would be able to handle business and enjoy my children like I would originally prior to the car accident. I utilized home health care for 7 years at that time, and I was upset at the quality of care that I received from agencies because they did not look at how can we make Lamont's life better on a day-to-day basis. They only looked at me from a monetary aspect. So I started a prayer and I asked the Most High and I said, if you allow me the opportunity to start a home health care agency, I'm going to open the door and I'm going to run it the right way. And in March of 2020, Agape Family Healthcare Services was born. I met Synergies Works about 3 years later into the process, and they actually gave me the clarity that I needed to run Agape as a true entrepreneur, because prior to, I was doing a lot of fumbling. I really didn't understand what I was doing. So in my mind, I had the vision. Synergies Works were my lenses, and they gave me the clarity that I need to run Agape and take it to new levels. Being exposed to Synergies Work really gave me the confidence that I need to really run this business the way that it needs to be run, from a place of love, which is how Agape got its name.
After graduating with a web systems degree and having a lot of skills in art and design, I went on to try to find a job, but really didn't have any luck. After hitting interview after interview, doing so well in the beginning written tests and then hitting that initial interview, I would always come up short. I would either be ghosted or told, we went with someone else. I knew I have always been different, but I never really figured out why until I came across a few other late diagnosed women who had some very similar struggles, and I highly related to them. And then I was eventually diagnosed with with multiple conditions, but two of those being ADHD and autism. 85% of us are unemployed, and 1 in 4 of us live in poverty. I decided to kind of combine my love of technology and art, and then I came up with the idea of my business, DIY Vinci. As I was searching for ways to grow DIY Vinci, I stumbled upon Synergies Work. And from there, I joined a cohort and really gained clarity around what I was looking for. And while DIY Vinci is still in its infancy, I was still searching for some financial independence. Coming from a low-income background, I'm still, looking for that stability. And I was very fortunate to get hired on by Synergies Work, where, not only am I finding financial independence, but I get to use my love of technology, my love of art. I get to utilize that every day, and also just kind of pass on things I've learned through entrepreneurship to other aspiring entrepreneurs and help them find their passions and dreams.
Let me know it started with Angad. Angad was and still is a Georgia Youth Ambassador for Supported Decision Making at the Center of Youth Voice, Youth Choice. And he came up with the idea, how can we make things easier, more convenient, create this sense of confidence within persons with disabilities. And that is what led to let me do it as it stands today. Simply put, it looks at how can you give the person with a disability the independence and the confidence to navigate everyday decisions, life-changing decisions, with the confidence and knowing that there is somebody who has their back. So moves away from the current paradigm of help 24/7 to help when you need it, and therefore creates that decision autonomy, the confidence, which I think all of us need. And it's a perfect way to move away from the system of dependence which we have created towards empowerment and confidence. That's what we are all about.
The app is unique like menu. It allows everyone to make their own decision, own ways. Any decision I need to make, I can add to my app. I can share my decision with others, even as helpers. I can have photos, videos, even documents. I love let me do it, and I can do it. I did it.
My whole life has always evolved around racing. I was 8 years old when I started drag racing at my local track. In 2005, I was the 80RL Pro Nitrous World Champion. March 31st, 2012, I had a very violent crash at 180 miles an hour that would end up leaving me 100% blind for life. My biggest fear when I came home blind was how was I going to support my family. I learned of the staggering unemployment rate was 70% in America for the blind. I knew I had to carve my own path. I was always gifted from God with the ability to work with my hands as a machinist and a welder. So I just had to learn and adapt and develop new techniques to be able to run my machine shop equipment safely. I started the Blind Machinist, where I hand machine custom aluminum writing pens. Once I learned of the Synergies program, I signed up for the cohort. I learned so much about business, how to network, how to grow, and how to run a business as a person with a disability. My confidence as a business owner grew, my business expanded, and I was able to network and share my business with other people with disabilities. It helps so much when you have a foundation of people that believe in you and will continue walking that path for you and support you through your growth as a person and as a business owner.